exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
so stupid.
And the
So
audio is the audio just being recorded directly through the Zoom then?
yeah, exactly. And so yeah, okay.
I may also be able to record it through Audacity directly. I don't know if the quality on that is going to be any different
Really,
from what you're
no.
getting.
I don't think so because I believe the input can only
Let
go
me
to
test it.
one program or the other.
That could be from the mic. Like, can you hear what I'm saying right now?
I can
Okay, now let me play it back and see what it sounds like.
on Audacity.
That could be. Like, can you hear what I'm saying right now? Yeah. Ooh.
But that only records on your end though.
It's only on my end. Yeah.
I mean, alternatively, I can also do Audacity and then record it.
It's up to
It's
you. If you want to
yeah,
have it as an option, I
it's
can just hit record and then leave it going, or we cannot. It doesn't matter to me.
we'll do this. We'll do this. Thank you though. Thank you. Hold on, I need another sip of coffee. Oh, also, I need to put on a timer because I have this really bad condition of not shutting the fuck up and not knowing when to stop recording. One time I recorded for like an hour and a half, and I was like, "Oh shit, I need to go. I need to leave." Okay, so hold on. I need my sip of coffee. Oh, that is good. That is good. What time is it over there?
11:35.
Wait, where are you? If you don't mind me asking, where are you based?
Yeah, just outside of Boston.
Boston. Oh wait, fuck. Let's do your little introduction. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Scientifically Speaking. I have an amazing guest today. He is also, I'm literally just raw dogging this. I feel like with every guest, I always do like some background researching info and I'll say like this grand introduction, but I feel like everyone knows you. So I'm sorry to let you down, but this isn't gonna be a big grand. Uh, everyone, welcome Dr. Morgan Nog. He is a digital content creator and a scientist. And yeah, like I said, everyone knows you. And we met for the first time in person at this 3M trip in I want to say
Under
Cincinnati, but that's
sponsored
where
activities.
yeah, I want to say Cincinnati. It is not Cincinnati. It is Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Yep.
Minneapolis. Yeah, let me tell you, when I made that video for should I mention the company or no? No, I already mentioned the company, 3M. Duh. So when I made one of my story frames and sent it in for submission, in the story I mentioned how like, oh, I visited Cincinnati recently and I went on this great tour.
And they're like, that's not the
Yeah,
city at
they're
all.
like, you went to Minneapolis. And I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing. I was
They're
like,
like,
to
are you
be
talking about a different company? Are you using someone else's name in the advertisement?
I was like, hey, to be fair, I literally just came back from another trip from a different, and it's also a large organization. So getting them mixed up at this point, it's in this dumb head of mine, I get everything mixed up. Anyway, it was nice meeting you that day. I was like really looking forward to meeting you when Sasha texted me. I thought I was gonna be alone on the trip, and then Sasha texted me a couple days prior and was like, "Oh no, like you and Morgan are gonna," and I was like, "Morgan, like Dr. Nuck," and then I knew that you were going. I knew that you were somewhat interested in working with 3M because you had reached out to me weeks prior.
Right.
And then I
Yeah,
put
because I
the
knew you had the year
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
I put the puzzle pieces together and I was like, oh my God. And then I was internally fangirling. I was fangirling. And then
Yeah,
we met
it's
at
good to
stuff.
film with other content creators. The tips that like just even how to get the frame right of the whatever you're filming, totally different from using a tripod. Getting the zoom right, the comedic zoom or whatever you're doing, it's exponentially better than trying to film content like that on site yourself.
Oh, hand, yep, for sure. For sure. Was that like your first time on a trip like that?
Yeah, I'd done a bunch of brand deals like the regular type where you just film it in your normal recording space, but I'd never actually
Yeah.
gone to a place before. Fun experience.
Oh my gosh. And then We happened to meet each other at Starbucks. Like before our like itinerary that they had, before even like meeting up, I went to go to Starbucks to get some work done. What was I doing? I think I was quantifying data and I was answering emails, and then bam, you showed up. It was like
Yeah,
one of
the
those scenes
incidental
in like it was like one of those scenes in the cowboy western movies. Uh
kicking in the door of the saloon. Just
yeah.
happens to be the closest Starbucks to the hotel we were staying at.
Yes, literally right across the street. Oh my gosh. And then finally got to meet you. And you're so much taller in person. Holy cow. How tall are you?
6'3". Yeah, it's an interesting you can't really tell on social media just where you hold the phone
Yes.
relative to your head. I feel like you could easily feel like you're 5'6" from one angle and 6'5" from another angle.
Oh
I've
my
done
God.
polls on my Instagram story where I ask people to guess
Yeah.
sometimes, and people have no idea. It's like a bell curve distribution across the different heights that I put.
I hate that you even mentioned that because that's it was a normal distribution. Gotcha, gotcha. Like literally a lot of my followers don't realize how short I am. I'm 5'6". But here's the thing. Because I know I'm short, I know how to like use my angles, if that makes sense. Like, to all my short queens and kings out there, if you want to appear taller, on social media, wear higher waisted pants, tuck your shirt in. Yeah, make your body, your torso look smaller, and then make your waistline a bit higher. And then every time you take a picture, rather than doing it like normal level, lower your phone so that it's about like thigh level. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off my Slack notifications. Now my lab slacking me in the middle of this podcast. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's surprising how much of an impact like the positioning of your camera has on the quality of what you end up. I don't know how many people listening are interested in making content your own. I saw a survey recently. It's something. It was like 40 or 60% or something of like all young people have at least some interest in becoming an influencer or being a content creator.
It
So
is
maybe it's
wild.
relevant for
Yes.
more people than I think.
It is
But
wild.
a lot
Yes.
of people think it's like, you have to go drop $5,000 on recording equipment. But really, I think getting the angles right, getting the lighting right, even if it's just from a window, is probably 80% of the game. And then from there, if you spend a bunch of money, your quality will get a little bit better. But it's more about the know-how than the tools.
I think it's know-how. And I also think a huge factor is like personality. One of my favorite YouTubers at the moment, I won't mention his name. I've started watching his content. Whenever I quantify data, I just love watching or listening to vlogs in the background. I don't know, there's something therapeutic about it, especially long YouTube videos or vlogs where they just talk about their day or they're like painting or they're doing their makeup. I've been watching a lot of illustration YouTubers. I don't know if you know, but I do like a lot of illustration on the side. I don't really talk about it. I mean, as you can see on my like merch store and
Yeah, for
stuff,
all your merch.
he doesn't really consider himself as a comedian, but he is funny. He's funny, but he's not necessarily the best illustrator, but he is an illustrator. I watch his content for like the tutorials and stuff, but I more so watch it because of how funny he is. And I think his funny. What the fuck am I trying to say? His his humor,
Yeah,
his
carries the day.
humor and makes up for his lack of skill. And but
Yeah, that's
he's
how I
so
think.
funny. He's so and that's how I am. I really hope that my humor makes up my lack of skill. Just kidding. I'm literally the best.
No, I
I'm
think this is broadly true across content creators. Like you can think in any, streaming type of industry, from people who play like video games on Twitch, they are either like the best in the world at the game and people watch them just to watch them be technically great, or
mhm.
they can be like among the worst in the world, but really interesting people to watch and have fun with. And
Yes.
any mixture of that in between. Same thing for drawing, I guess, or same thing for talking about
Yes.
science. A big part of it
Yes.
is your individuality, and I think that's, if you think about the shift from Instagram to TikTok, I think we're in the midst of this overall larger trend toward authenticity, towards,
Slay.
the
For
flavors of
real.
characters that make you individual. And yeah, Be Real too, going from TikTok to
Oh,
Be Real, and TikTok now obviously copying Be Real, Instagram copying Be Real. Like we're shifting away from that pristine, polished, like
yes.
corporate media production towards authentic media.
How do you have a Be Real?
No.
Oh man, I was gonna add you. Do you do the
I've done a
tick
couple of the TikTok now.
I haven't because I turn off my notifications for TikTok. Actually, all of my social media. Do you have yours on or do you leave them off?
No, mine are off, except for direct messages from mutual contacts,
Like on Instagram or
like on TikTok. Well, I've set my
oh,
messages so you can only message me if we're friends on TikTok, and then I leave
uh-huh.
only that notification on, but I don't have like followers or likes or anything like that turned on.
Yeah. I did not know that was a thing. Oh, I turned all my I feel like most of the time my phone is just on silent. I don't know. I hate getting interrupted when I'm doing something. Like now, like the Slack notification.
I I turned mine on the other day just to see what it would be like. I
Yeah.
turned on follower notifications on TikTok, and I had a video that was blowing up at the time. I was getting like, 3 to 5
Oh
followers
my
every
God.
10, 15 seconds or something. And I
That
was
is
expecting it
wild.
to be like an explosion of notifications, but that didn't happen at all. What my phone would do, and my watch, which was paired with my phone, like every 15 minutes, it would just blow up this big picture of someone's profile photo on my watch. I don't know how it chose like one out of these 300, 500 people, and it just like showed me their picture and then didn't show me anything for another 15 minutes. I was like, what's going? Because I thought
See,
for like people would stop following me, but it only shows you like some fraction of what's going on.
see, no, that is why I would turn off my notifications because if I just got an iWatch, Apple Watch, whatever you call it. I say I just got it. I actually got it back 3 months ago, but it feels so new. And sometimes I even I hate getting notifications on my watch when I'm like in the middle of an experiment. But sometimes it is important, so I guess I get it, you know. But
Yeah, if you got the gloves on, if you got the long coat on, you have to do the awkward unearth the watch
oh
with your
yes,
wrist and
you
try
gotta
not
you
to
gotta
dunk
do
the tube.
the or sometimes you gotta do the like the long stretch so that the
Yeah,
sleeve, you know what I mean? The long stretch so the sleeve isn't on the watch.
yeah, that
And then
pre-hand washing stretch.
yeah, oh my gosh. Or the I have gloves on and I need to roll up my sleeves, so I'm gonna use my forearms to try to roll up my
Yeah,
my sleeves. It's so handy having this watch because when I am like in lab and I need to change music, I'll rather than trying to touch my headphones or my phone, I'll just like use my knuckles. Not knuckles, what do you call this?
yeah, it's a knuckle.
No, these are knuckles.
Also a knuckle.
No.
I, to be fair, I never did take anatomy.
Okay,
However,
so so for everyone who's listening and cannot see us, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna put the visual component on YouTube, but for sure the audio is going to be posted everywhere. Um, the part of the finger that I'm pointing at is it's the elbow, if you will, of the phalange. Uh,
so yeah, the furthest out from your finger on the pointiest side, you've got the wrist of the finger, you've got the elbow of the finger, and then you've got the shoulder of the finger. And I
Yeah,
think those are all knuckles. I'm pretty
no.
sure every bendy point of the finger is a knuckle.
You know what's sad? We are sitting in front of a computer. We can easily Google this, and
It's
we
true.
are debating. Okay, wait. Let me search this up. Hand knuckles. Oh, wait. That is called. We are.
I don't regret not taking anatomy. It hasn't proved to be critically necessary in anything I've done since undergrad.
Okay, so wait. Put that thought on hold because I have something to say about that. Oh, no, you are right. The knuckles that I was referring to are called base knuckles.
Base
The
knuckles.
and then the middle knuckles is what I was pointing to. And then the top knuckles is the one that's closer to the nail. Oh, okay,
Those
okay.
wrist knuckles. Okay, so all the bendy parts.
When you said that, for some strange reason, I remembered that remember when we were at the Innovation Center and then there was like a little opening on this machine and then you said the something usi?
The wound. It was the
The wound
wound.
usi. The funny thing is that you texted that to me in the middle of the demonstration and I was like holding in my laughter because I was like, we gotta be professional, we gotta be professional.
Yeah, to paint a mental image, it was this vacuum contraption that was showing a wound closure over time, and it looked a little suspicious. And they were giving a very nice scientific demonstration about the antibacterial properties of whatever the product was that was in there. But it looked pretty hilarious.
I was literally dying. Oh my gosh. Going back to taking anatomy and physiology,
Oh yeah.
I've
Oh, I
never
took
taken.
physiology.
Oh,
I
oh,
didn't take anatomy.
oop, 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 oop. Wait, I feel like a lot of courses they combine the two together. I've never heard of courses separating it. Oh,
For us, they were super different. Anatomy
oh,
was kind of the hardcore memorization, identification in the lab type of component, which I
gotcha.
didn't do.
Yeah,
Physiology was more understanding the systems, what do the nephrons
gotcha.
do
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
kidney type of questions, not where are the nephrons.
I feel like all of my anatomy knowledge, and it sounds kind of bad. I learned it from doing like perfusions and surgeries on rats and mice.
Yep.
Like especially with like any like female genitalia, I learned a lot of it from rat anatomy, which is sounds really bad.
No, I mean, there's a reason why in biology class, even in high school, students do dissections. Is you learn very clearly where the different organs are and what they look like and how they are related to each other.
True. Yes, true, true, true,
You
true.
don't learn the veins and the arteries and the nerves and everything that you might learn while actually studying anatomy in anatomy course.
You know what I regret not doing? Going to the museum, the Minneapolis Science Museum with you. I went by myself. Because I think you left a day earlier, right?
Yeah, my flight went out like in the morning or something.
Yeah, and then after you left, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the museum. It was literally right across the street. And they had a huge circulatory demonstration. It was so cool. Like they were able to enlarge like the circulatory system and like they actually had pipes running through like the ceiling kind of and shows like how the distance of how far the blood
If you were to
travels and
stretch it
all.
all out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was more of a children's museum, but it's really neat. They also had this really cool demonstration of like all this pseudoscience, all this fake science and stuff. Uh and
Got the
teaching
big
like
TikTok exhibit.
right? It's like nothing but iPads, like you just watching TikTok videos.
This big jug of apple cider vinegar.
And I like the idea that they're teaching children at a young age of how to distinguish like phony science and like real science and um encouraging young students to critically think. It was really cool. And
Yeah,
then
it's been
let's
critically apparent that we have been lacking that.
oh yeah, slay, slay, slay. And um then I went to the bookstore or the gift shop museum, and then I bought the book, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. You know that book, right?
I do. I haven't read it yet.
It's so good. It's really good. Well, oh, excuse me. The coffee. Literally, this coffee is coming to haunt me. Also, I'm gonna apologize to everyone if my voice sounds a little raspy. Yesterday
You've
was
been
my
screaming.
yeah. Well, you're not far from the truth. I was screaming all night. No, yesterday was my birthday.
Oh,
I
happy
am
birthday. No way.
oh, thank you. I am 21 years old. I know. I know. I look like I'm 21. I am 21. No, I'm 28. And it's weird. It's a weird
Ooh,
feeling. Like
officially in the upper 20s.
I know I'm like physically 28, but I'm mentally 22. You know what I mean? Like I've mentally been 22 for the past like 6 years. And I don't like doing anything big for my birthday. So went to I went to karaoke with my cousins and yeah, it was a lot of screaming.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was fun. Um you better know the song. You know the song We Don't Talk About Bruno, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay. I don't know why I asked you that. Like, of course you would know. You should know it. And the version that we got, they're able to like play out or have all the words for each individual person out. And there was enough people to sing each part. And so hold on, I want to play it real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna play. I don't know. It's so bad that it's funny, and I just want to play it just
Oh,
because.
this is your recording of you singing it.
No, this is a recording, not me, just not just me. It's
No,
a whole
but you as a
ensemble.
group.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Yeah,
is
you're
the
not gonna play me
whole.
the Disney version.
Right now. What?
I think
Okay, never.
Zoom is it's got like some threshold where it tries to figure out if you're talking and otherwise it cuts out
Oh,
like
you're
background.
you're right. That makes a lot of sense because sometimes when I'm editing, there'll be like pauses where you can tell that someone's talking, but it's not picking up the audio or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Zoom is
Okay, that
using the
makes a lot.
silencing. So vocal cords, losing voice. You made me think of something, a video I posted a couple of years ago that got flagged as you know, not safe for work content. Have you ever
R-
seen videos of vocal cords in action?
oh, yes, yes, yes. It's it looks like my gays know what it looks like. It looks like an anus. It looks like a booty hole.
You know, it looks like any of many sphincters in the body, and I don't think it is technically. But I was doing an educational video about like what makes lower pitch voices different from higher pitch voices or whatever, and I was
Yeah.
showing a video of laryngoscopy, and the video got taken down as being not safe for
Did
work.
did you did you what do you call
Appeal it.
appeal it? Yeah, I was like
I
battle it
did
out. That's
with
not
no success. Similar to,
really.
I don't know if you've tried reporting videos. Usually when I
No.
report videos, it's for misinformation. If there's someone
Oh, no, no, no,
peddling
no.
some wild theory about COVID or something, none of those get addressed either. Even if it's like a wildly off base conspiracy theory and I report it, nothing happens. They come back and say, "Oh, we reviewed
Really?
your report. Looked fine. No policies were violated."
Do you ever get like a warning on Instagram like this post got taken out for blah blah blah. If this happens again, your account will be permanently banned. Does it
It's
ever
happened
happen?
one time.
It happened to me
Yeah.
twice.
Ooh, what were
Wait,
you
wait.
doing?
Okay, so my first post was on my Instagram story. This was last year. Um on July 1st, I posted a picture of a meme and it's like a collage meme and the caption for that meme was like it is officially Pride Month. If you are caught being straight, you will go directly to jail. Something like that. And it got taken down for hate speech. And so then I got a warning on Instagram and it's like, oh, this was taken down. If you do this two more times, your Instagram account will be permanently banned. And then the second time was this body wash company. They were trying to advertise to like men, and it really was like focusing on like masculinity. And if you want to smell like a real man, you gotta yeah, bah, 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 bah.
Do you want to smell like dirty steel?
Yeah, you want to smell like musk and wood burning. And I was like, this is so dumb. And so like I made a video mocking them and I was like, this is for men only, no faggots. And then and then it got taken down for hate
Strike
speech.
number two.
And I'm like, okay, this the second one I totally understand actually. But the first one I didn't make the meme, it was a repost. And so
Yeah,
now
I
I'm
wonder
too
how much of
scared
that
to
is automatic versus it just takes at least one person reporting it and then it gets checked out and then it gets flagged. I think a lot of it is automatic.
I think a lot of it is automatic. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
My one
Um,
post that I had that got taken down was I was trying to debunk misinformation. And so I took a screenshot of the news article headline that was circulating at the time, and I put a big like misinformation red stamp on the screenshot.
Uh-huh.
And then I used it as a green screen, and I talked about like why it was wrong and
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And my post got taken down for being COVID misinformation while
Ah,
trying
ah,
to debunk the COVID misinformation.
it's misinformationception. Oh my God, that's annoying. That's dumb. And you tried I keep wanting fuck did this did the notification come up? Your meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, we got a countdown.
I know. Okay, for those that are wondering what just happened, I have I think like the free version of Zoom, which is kind of weird because I'm using my institution's Zoom, and you would think that they're gonna pay money for us to have the Zoom Pro or whatever you call it, Zoom Plus, I don't know. So anyway, this call is going to end in 10 minutes, but fret not, my friends, because once it ends, bitch, we're gonna jump back on and re-record. And then
Take that,
future
Zoom.
future editing Darian will combine it and make it seem seamless that
You won't even know where the gap
yeah,
was.
exactly. They're gonna be like at the 30-minute mark in the audio. You're probably gonna hear an ad or something, and then you're gonna know, oh, that's where they stopped recording. Okay, and then who lost my train of thought? What were we talking about?
Talking about posts getting taken down for misinformation
Oh
or
yeah, yeah,
hate
yeah.
speech
Oh
or
my God.
so what do you think with respect to misinformation on social media? Do you think there should be moderation of content, or do you think people should be able to post whatever they want? Like, you know, free
It's
speech versus some level of
it's
moderation.
it's tough because I know that like people who are spreading people who are spreading misinformation are gonna be like, you can't take away my rights. First Amendment protects my freedom of speech. But I think there should be some level of moderation. In fact, there needs to be like some like if it's information about like COVID, there has to be someone that's like a scientist on that social media platform's team so that they can help moderate rather than these, I don't know, interns that are working at Instagram or Meta who are trying to review these claims, you know?
Yeah, that gets expensive. I agree though, because I mean, you can come up with a list of topics that are like clearly misinformation, like they've been debunked. Everyone
Yeah.
agrees this, well, almost everyone agrees this is
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Then you can hand someone that list and say, if any of these come up, remove them. The trouble is there's a gray area in between where maybe it's not as clear whether the intent of the person making the video was to spread misinformation. Maybe they're just asking questions. But maybe the end result of that video is propagating
Oh yeah.
misinformation.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think in
yeah.
those more nuanced circumstances, it would take someone with a bit more training to be able to make the decision about, you know, do we keep
Or
this? Do we not keep this?
so what I'm saying is we both need to apply for Meta. We need to work on their little board of whatever.
Integrity.
Yes, whatever you call it. Yes. So Meta, Instagram, Facebook, if you're listening, they actually are. They're my number one supporters. They love listening to this podcast. And if you guys if you guys want to be like Instagram and Facebook, share my podcast to your friends and let everyone listen to it because it's amazing and wonderful and awesome. Um, so yes, Facebook, please hire us. Hire us. Well, actually, maybe not you because you are working.
You know, I actually offered to a couple of platforms that we're talking about here to do this, not even paid, just like to look out for content that was misinformation because people
Oh,
tag me in misinformation content all the time.
yeah.
And I was like, if you give me special banning privileges, I can like I can monitor it on your behalf.
The
Stop my
power.
report stuff.
Wow, you went for it. You're like, you really went for it. Give me banning privileges now.
Yeah, because it gets frustrating when you get tagged in the video by
Yeah,
10, 15, 20 people. It's clearly misinformation. You report the
yeah.
video, and then you get a notification that's like, oh no, nothing's wrong with this.
You know what? The type of misinformation that really bugs me are the detoxing videos, like detoxing diets. If you drink pineapple juice for 4 days and eat nothing, you're going to no,
It's
shut the
gonna
fuck up.
suck the toxins out of your
Yeah.
body.
You put this little sticker on your feet and then wait 2 hours, peel it off. You see all that brown stuff on the tip? That's the toxins from your body.
Oh yeah. So some of uh other larger creators, I've seen their content get stolen actually on TikTok. Like it'll be a video of a doctor on TikTok that they've copied one of their duet videos.
Yeah.
They put their own video over whatever the other half of the duet was, like showing their fake product, and they photoshopped it to show like you
No,
put a strip on your face.
I've
Have you seen
seen
these?
that. I've seen that. It's like they do I think they did that once to Dr. Dana, Foot Doctor
Yeah,
Dana.
I've seen it with Foot Doc Dana. Um,
Oh,
a
of
couple of
course.
people, and it's just a duet where they're like nodding or like pointing or thumbs up or something,
Oh,
and they
that's so
use that
frustrating.
to like pretend that they're supporting their fake product, which
Yes.
they very clearly photoshopped, but the video still gets hundreds of thousands of views.
I feel like with social media, there is so much opportunity to spread good information, actual information, and then there's also like, the same rate spreading misinformation. And I think nowadays a lot of people are very like hungry for likes and shares and stuff. And so they'll do anything to get that virality. And so if it means spreading misinformation, like sure, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, feasibly, these companies could make tens and tens of thousands of dollars per post that goes super viral, gets millions of views or something, where they're selling their fake strips. So
Hmm.
why wouldn't they do it if they have limited moral compass?
Also, do you like my studio setup? It's very professional, huh?
The Closet Studio is a long-time mainstay of the recording industry, I feel.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Literally, when I took my voice acting class, fun fact, for those that don't know. Also, for those that don't know, I double majored in theater and biochemistry. And I always say double majored because I have to focus on that because everyone thinks I minored. And no, 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 no. No, no, baby, I double majored. I took more than 19 hours per semester to double major. Anyway, so I took voice acting class. I had no desire to focus on I took it just to fulfill an upper division theater course. I actually fell in love with the course. And our voice acting teacher was like, one of the best places to record is in your closet because your clothes serve as like a source to like dampen all the sounds. Another good place is like doing it in your car, if it's like in your garage or doing it under your blanket. I was like, let me bring myself back to my middle school self, meaning I'm gonna go back in the closet. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I am back in the closet and it
Can
was
be
very
pretty
comfortable.
tough if you're in a room like this room. It's got hard floors. There's those doors over there that are pretty hard. I struggle with reverb sometimes. Sometimes I'll bring like a blanket in and
Yeah,
awkwardly drape it over some chairs. I need to
yeah.
get some of those soundproofing things that you stick on the wall. A, it would make it look pretty professional, and B, I could stop worrying about how close to place the mic to my mouth whenever I try to record something.
Oh yeah, I have a bad tendency to like literally shove shove anything phallic in my face too close. So I that's why sometimes when I talk on this podcast, sometimes like this and sometimes you're like, God damn, Darian, like move the mic, we can hear you breathing. Like I said, I have a very bad tendency to shove anything phallic shaped into my face. Are you in are you like in a work studio, workroom, or is that
This is my office.
your office? Wait, can you give me a little tour or like are you on a desktop computer?
Not easily. I'm at a desktop, but
Ah,
you're seeing most of it here anyway. There's bookshelf, there's a little armoire there, there's the two lamps with the
damn.
painting, and then
It
there's
looks
a
very
closet.
nice. Wow. You look very studious. A lot of books. Do you read a lot?
Those are mostly not studious books. Those are mostly fictiony books. There's the red books up there, which are actually my wife's. Those are about infectious disease. Uh,
Mm,
there's a bread making book. I've just started getting into making sourdough, but then the rest are fiction.
that's how I know you're white. That's how I know
Sourdough?
you're white. Yeah, because I've never heard of a non-white person making bread.
Really?
Zero. None. Like to all my listeners, I'm pretty sure once they heard that, they're like, ah, Dr. Knock is white.
The sourdough indicator.
The sourdough. Wait, have you done 23andMe?
No,
Oh, are you ever gonna do it?
probably at the rate that genetic analysis is heading.
Well, here's the thing. Once you do it, since they still have your stuff on file, they're always gonna update it. And so when I first got my results 4 years ago, initially it said that I was 85% Vietnamese, 10% Chinese, and then like 5% Myanmar, I think Thai and something else. And then like 2 years ago, like 2 years later, they updated it and it said that I'm 99.9% Vietnamese, zero
What?
point zero 0.01 percent Coptic Egyptian. And I was like, ooh, yes. And so there was this trending audio on TikTok. It was like a song, and the main chorus of the song goes, "She's biracial, she's biracial." And then I made a video of my results. And then people on TikTok were like cracking me up. They're like, "Oh my God, yes, African King."
Yeah,
African King. He's invited to the cookout. And then I checked my results again last month, and I think this is actually more accurate. Uh, I'm 99.9% Vietnamese and 0.01 Chinese. Like that makes more sense because I don't think there would be a crossover between
you never know. I mean, at
you
that
know you're
low
right,
percentage,
right?
you're talking about like one person many generations ago or something.
Right.
So
Not me trying to gaslight my ancestors. Uh
don't doubt them.
I know for real. Like my ancestors are shriveling in their grave. Do you know that audio of Fun Family Guy? It's a trending audio right now of Lois. She's like,
It's not coming through. Zoom is cutting you off.
uh, oh, okay.
It's detected
Anyway,
too much excitement.
okay, so okay, there's a trending audio. I feel like by the time that I post this episode, the audio is not gonna trend anymore. But on Family Guy, there's I think to explain the context of the audio. Peter goes upstairs and goes into Lois's mom's bedroom, and Lois's mom is like laying on the bed, and Lois and her dad are downstairs grabbing dinner, and apparently if Peter hears a certain phrase or word, he will, I think, eat out that person. And so Lois's mom accidentally said that phrase or whatever. And so it doesn't obviously show him eating her out, but it shows him in his mind licking an ice cream. And then Lois heard, I guess, the phrase downstairs. And so she's like, oh no, like I can't let Peter do that. So she runs upstairs and she's like screaming Peter. But the voice actress is so good. You can like hear her struggling when she says Peter. I don't know why I went into depth explaining that whole audio, but if you have a chance, please, please listen to it.
You know, one thing that's interesting for me, I consider myself to be pretty media illiterate, like TV shows. If I do trivia or something, I'm not going to get any of the questions right. So whenever
Really?
something ends up going viral, like when a sound starts trending on TikTok, I
Yeah.
usually don't know where it originally came from, but it still gets stuck on my
Ah.
head. So then I'll be walking around the house saying it or something, and my wife's like, "You know where that's from, right?" I
Well,
usually don't.
I feel like I want to say a quarter of the time, I don't know where the audio comes from, but every now and then there will be a TikTok creator that will show the source of the audio. It's like trending audio, source of the audio. And
Yeah,
it's like,
those
oh,
always go
okay.
viral.
Yes, yes, yes. And so that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Oh, this is so random. So random. I feel like I have to bring this up because we're in the same family. And what I mean by that is we're both represented by the same agency, A3.
That's right.
How's it been so far? It's been good?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Previously, I hadn't never been represented by someone, and so I feel
Yeah.
like there's just another layer of, formality in being represented by someone. Also, they're better at, negotiating and handling emails and stuff with people
Yes.
generally. But
Yes.
also, there's that layer of legitimacy that comes with being represented by someone.
Are you working with Mark only or Mark and Emma?
No, it's just Mark.
Mark, and he's been treating you well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm happy to hear that. Oh my gosh.
Do you work with both?
I work with both. Mark is in the New York office, and then Emma is in the LA, but I think they work separately
Mhm.
because what happens is with every deal that they bring in, they have to divide it among themselves. And so I think it would make sense if Mark works closely with you. With a lot of my stuff, it gets broken down. Some goes to my agent, goes to my managers, and so I only get like 80% of like the stuff, which I'm still fine with because Mark has been amazing at negotiating stuff. He's been bringing in deals and stuff for you.
Not yet, actually. Haven't had the first one
Mm.
officially. Interestingly, there has been overall a slowdown in brands reaching out,
Oh
I
yeah,
over the
hands
past
on.
couple of months. I don't know if you've seen the same thing.
Yeah, I think right now definitely there's a lot of it's definitely saturated. With us, it is a bit more competitive to get more brand deals. I think we're just entering like the fourth quarter. Maybe the beginning of the fourth quarter is kind of slow, but I know it'll probably rev back up at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for the holidays. Also, I mean, I don't know how much the global macroeconomic conditions affect how much people are willing to spend on ad spend, but they've got to be thinking
True.
about it in the back of their mind. I mean, I get a lot of brands that reach out that don't have any budget. They offer $50 for a TikTok.
I think a lot of these companies will try to like ambush the naive new content creators. We'll give you a free product if you make a video. It's like, oh my gosh, yes,
Right?
we'll do. Free, oh, free gloves? Yes, of course. Free pillow? Yes, I'm gonna make a video.
Yeah. If it's something you would have been spending a couple $100 on instead as a
Yeah,
creator with, maybe a couple thousand followers,
yeah.
can be a good deal.
And I think the only time I ever did that was, do you know what the Flexi Spot desk is? It's a
Yeah.
desk that, okay, yeah. So that was the only time I ever did like I guess I did
Product
that
for
for
a
the
post.
free. I love the desk, but I ended up giving it to my cousin, my more needy cousin. I won't say needy. Oh my gosh, no, no. My he needs it more than I do. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not needy, but he's going to college, and I didn't want him spending money on a new furniture and desk. And like going into college, you don't want to spend a lot of money on stuff. So I was like, let's give it to you.
Yeah. I
So
think you're right, though, that companies take advantage of a lot of new creators who don't know necessarily what a post could be worth for an account of their size. Sometimes I think it is justified. Like if you're a relatively smaller account and you're getting $1,000 product or something, maybe that's okay for the
yeah,
size of your account. But when
for
they offer
sure.
you $50 for a post to millions of people, they're just trying to take advantage of you.
Oh my gosh, yes. Everyone, please stop what you're doing and become a content creator. Just do it. Do it.
It's
Getting
worth
a
it.
are you getting a PhD? Quit. Get out of the program.
No,
Content
do
creation.
both.
Dang, you said, ¿por qué no los dos? For those that don't know, I am trilingual, and in Spanish, that meant why not both?
It takes a while to ramp up,
Yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
takes pretty significant, probably about a year and a half of daily posting, or at least a few times per week before you hit your stride.
Here's the thing, girl, your growth is so steep. You understood the rhythm, trends, and you grew in the span of a couple months.
It's a weird process. So the first 2 months, posted videos basically daily, starting back at the beginning of the pandemic. I think I only gained maybe 500 to 1,000-ish followers in the first 2 months, with no prior
Only,
experience.
only, only. Okay.
Well, it felt like a lot of effort for each video. If it's 2 hours or something, make 50 or 60 videos. But I had no experience making videos before that or doing journalism or anything.
Uh-huh.
So you really learn a lot in the
Oh yeah.
practice. So months 3 and 4, then I think it was at like 50 to 100,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a pretty steep learning curve at first, but the only way you get better for sure is to practice.
Yes. A lot of people think that content creation or just making videos in general can be very intimidating. But with anything, it just comes with practice. The more that you do it, the more you get comfortable. I remember like the first couple of videos that I ever made, which was like back in middle school and high school, just working on projects. Talking in front of a camera is super awkward. But the more that you do it, you just get the rhythm and you begin to feel more comfortable doing it. So yes, just keep practicing. And I would say like start on TikTok, start on Instagram. They're in a huge battle. Take advantage of it. They're trying to
Short
like
form is where it's
outcompete
at.
each other.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts is trying now too. They're
Yeah.
introducing an ad revenue split
Uh,
where they're
Really?
gonna, yeah. So you know how YouTube pays a lot more than TikTok and Instagram because they take whatever ad revenue they have on their longer form videos and they give like some percent. I think it's like around 40%, 45% or something to
Ah,
creators. That's why YouTube videos pay a lot more. In contrast, TikTok and Instagram, what they've done is set aside like a certain fixed amount of money.
uh-huh.
But it's not a percent based on total ad revenue.
Yeah.
And so as like TikTok and Instagram make more and more money from Reels and TikToks, creators are still like splitting up the same.
Oh, Hank Green mentioned this.
Yeah. And so now they're actually being pressured away from this because YouTube is saying we're going to use our long form model
Yeah.
on our short form videos. And so now everyone's
Ah,
like, ooh, time to start up that YouTube channel.
are you on YouTube? Do you have any YouTube videos? I feel like I
Yeah,
should know this. Ooh,
I don't post too often. I repurpose a lot of my short form content into
yeah.
YouTube Shorts. I don't have as many long form videos.
I feel like you would do good. You're you're like just so naturally good at talking. I feel like you should do long form content.
I should. Takes forever. That's my biggest hang up. I would like to do it more.
Um, I feel like the type of content you can make could be similar to what's his name? His real name is Forrest. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Forrest. Yes, yes,
Renegade
yes, yes.
Science Teacher.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, yes. He makes his YouTube videos are so good. They're long form and it's just him debunking a lot of like science misinformation and a lot of like controversial science topics that I think some scientists are scared to get into or know that it's a bit problematic with like like CRISPR-Cas9 and stuff like that and human evolution. And he does a good job of explaining of like the for science side. Actually, no, not the CRISPR-Cas9. I take it back because obviously there's ethical ethical.
Should we edit ourselves into superhumans?
Yes, I want to be like the Spider-Man. I want to be like Spider-Man.
No, that is the one thing. Like, if I were to dedicate a few more hours per week to content creation, I think the next thing would be more long form videos like that.
So what you're saying is you're gonna quit your full-time job to go into to go into this. Would
The
you
last
ever?
YouTube video I posted, which happened to be yesterday, it's
Uh-huh.
got about 20 views, which unfortunately is
Wait,
not
is it
surprising enough
YouTube
in
video
itself.
or a YouTube short?
No, no, it's a YouTube. It's a long form YouTube video.
Well, you gotta. I also learned that you have to also push, post it on your story, post it on like Twitter, post it everywhere. A lot of YouTubers will repurpose their long form video,
Cut it up.
cut it up, put like the more interesting parts, shorten it, and say like, if you want to watch the rest, click the link below. Or like the link is in the bio. And that works. That works very well. That model works very well for prank videos. There's this one content creator, and he'll just go up to random people and say, "Hey, for $500, act
Labor
black."
Day
No,
or
oh no, yeah, yeah. I think it's the same content creator. He'll say like, "All right, Labor Day, or Labor Day, or Black History Month," and it's always like white people. Or hey, for $500, act black. He'll post like the funny clips, and then if you want to watch the rest, go to his YouTube, and it worked. I watched most of his videos on his YouTube channel the other day because it was that funny. And this is right. I'm gonna go on a tangent. But he goes to like the most racist town in America. Um, and he goes up to someone and he's like, "All right, what are your pronouns?" And the guy's like, "Pronouns. I am a male." And then it includes like the Vine sound. I'm a he. I'm not into that mentally ill stuff.
What's your pronouns?
I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
Okay.
yeah, and I think part of the recipe there is that generally controversial content performs better across social media.
True. True. Random. Are you keeping up with the Daryl Brooks case? Do you know who he is?
No, I haven't been.
Oh, never. I'm not gonna go into it. But he's pretty much he's representing himself. He like fired his attorney and is representing himself. And I think he's purposely prolonging this court case
Oh,
for whatever dumb reason.
yeah. I think I saw a clip of that yesterday. Was this with the car?
Yes, yes,
The
yes, yes.
crowd? Yeah.
The parade, yes, yes. And it is infuriatingly entertaining.
You know, there was I forget exactly which podcast it was. It was either Freakonomics or Planet Money. And they were looking at the overall positivity or negativity of news stories in the United States and which ones tend to be more popular and which ones are more common. And
Yeah.
it's like a 2-to-1 ratio of negative news performing better than positive news. And so,
Well, yeah, I think maybe because we are just more inclined to listen to drama than anything that's positive, you know? Like I think maybe that's the gossipy side of us or the I don't know. I wonder what are the evolutionary benefits of I'm sure there's like some psychological advantage or something. Maybe maybe if we know what the problem is, we know how to avoid it so that our offspring learn to avoid that drama. I don't know. I don't know. Um that's just me digging my ass trying to find an answer. But hey, that was a good hypothesis. That is me trying to hypothesize an
yeah,
answer to that.
this is part of the mix. I mean, even if you're just trying to make educational content, if you just
Yeah,
make a regular educational video, it's not going to get any organic
true,
traction on any social
true.
platform. And so you have to manufacture some sort of something that sounds mysterious or controversial at the
That
beginning
is
of the video.
so true. I've been following a lot of history. I'm so sorry. Once again, I'm like breathing in the mic. And like I said, anything phallic shaped, I would just try and uh oh my God, I lost my train of thought because I just can't stop thinking about I'm just kidding. So, oh, I am following
Some
a lot of
history
history.
people.
I'm following a lot of history TikToks. And the way that they convey the information is like, do you know why blah 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 blah? And it's I think leading a video with a question or like, do you know why there was so like do you know why there was this thing that happened or drama? And it's like, I don't know. Why did this person get killed by visiting this indigenous tribe by the coast of India? I don't know. And then, bam, he was trying to introduce them to Christianity and tried contacting them 3 times despite their warnings. He trespassed their land. And I'm like, oh, that is interesting. Well, poke the bear. And
Yeah,
what's the phrase? You poke the bear, you get scratched, you get killed. I don't know.
I think anything that carries that air of intrigue and mystery
Hmm.
is just naturally what we're interested in. The challenge is trying to take topics that are boring and convert
Yeah.
them into being interesting.
Yeah, I had dinner with a history teacher. I was at my friend's dinner, who is a teacher, and we're sitting at like this round table with her colleague. So I was talking to the history teacher, and I was like, "Yeah, like it's weird how back then, when I was in high school, I said back then, I'm 28. Back then, when I was in high school, I did not like history at all. Maybe because it was just presented in a very boring way. But I'm at the age where I really love history, specifically science history. But I think maybe it's just the way that it's presented to me now on TikTok. It's the way that the visual graphic information and I think a lot of the history, obviously a lot of the history influences what we do today. I'm liking it more.
I think the storytelling component of it definitely influences how much you like it. Interestingly, you made me think of now that you say that in high school, I didn't really even like science.
Ooh, canceled. Dr. Knock is fake. He admitted it. He doesn't know anything about science. He just admitted it.
It is true that I know very little about science.
Watch
But
like you're
yeah,
not
I
even a
didn't.
doctor. You don't know anything.
It's all been faked. In fact, I'm CGI here. This is Adobe's.
There is a video of this girl. She was able to I think she used like Dolly to create like a very generic looking white guy and then she like made a video like she you know what video I'm talking about?
Yep.
I'm just blabbering, but we're on the same wavelength. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's going
That's
to soon
literally you
become
right
very
now.
confusing to already. Like it's pretty confusing to tell if a static image is real or if it's been photoshopped. I think the same thing is about to happen for videos.
For real. Oh, you just reminded me of something. And it kind of goes into a full circle of what we were talking about earlier. So after the 3M trip, after we visited Minneapolis, after you left, and then I came back to the museum, I found out that my Twitter account got hacked.
Oh, I remember that.
I know, and I was at first I was like, it's whatever. Cause like, what are they gonna post? Because a lot of the statuses that they're posting didn't seem like me, but I think a lot of people were reporting my account, and so it scared the hackers. And so then they were trying to impersonate me, which started freaking me out. And they're like, "Hello, fellow scientists. It is I, Darian, the gay scientist." And I was like, "No, no, don't impersonate, please. Don't impersonate me." And then on Instagram, I was like, "Hey guys, I got hacked on Twitter, so if y'all can help report it, here's a link." And then Science Sam, she helped me report it, and then she was like, "Yeah, I was like a little bit hesitant because with like so many like different types of technology, I thought it was like a deep fake. I thought your Instagram account got hacked too." And I was like, "No, Sam. No,
That's
Sam."
going to be a very real concern for content creators, anyone online, anyone in a lot of video and audio content. I'm
Yeah.
very sure that in 10 years, someone's going to be able to take a compilation of like all the video clips of you and all the audio clips of you and
Mhm.
rework those into totally from scratch audio
For
and video.
real. Yeah, like I'm sure there are gonna be a lot of like AI systems. If you input some audio clips, they'll learn your vocal intonations and rhythm, and they'll be able to like spew out something that sounds like you would say.
Yeah, from scratch. Adobe already had, they built a product, I forget the name of it, but you feed it some amount of audio from someone talking,
Yeah.
and then it builds whatever its model is. And then you type in whatever you want them to say in the voice that it generates. And
Mm-hmm.
it's surprisingly convincing for the audio part. When you pair that
Oh,
with just the video,
that
then
kind of sounds exciting because I'm kind of curious what I would sound like. It would just be like, "Yes, mama, God." Oh, honestly, if they do that, that'll be like honestly a hate crime. And then I can sue Adobe and then make a lot of money and just retire at a young age with that money. That's what I'll do. That's my goal in life, actually. That's actually why I brought that up.
let's say you retire tomorrow because Adobe gives you $10 million.
Yes,
Are
yes.
you still making content?
Of course. Okay, here's the thing. I make content the same reason why a drag queen performs. Meaning, I do it for self-expression. No, for no other reason. Um, I make videos because making videos make me happy, and I see it as a way of making art. Wow, I'm getting philosophical. No, but for real, like I've been making videos since I was in middle school, just because I love the process of filming, editing, acting and all that in front of it, and having to show people the art. Hold on, I gotta burp again. That coffee. But showing people the art like is fun. I know it's very tempting to get sucked into that vortex of, oh my gosh, this video didn't perform well. This video didn't get this many likes. But at the end of the day, do you know the audio clip on
It's
TikTok?
not funny, is it?
Yes. At the end of the day, it's not funny, is it? There could be a bunch of orphans, blah 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 blah.
At the end of the day, it's not that funny, is it? Because there could be orphans playing in that dirt, and then the cement crushes the orphans to death. And then you have to live with the guilt of killing orphans.
He's a comedian.
I did not know. I would have inferred it from his
He's a comedian. Surprisingly, a lot of people know him in person based off of that audio clip, and so he'll include that audio in his stand-up acts.
So you would keep making content.
Oh
if
yeah, yeah.
Adobe
I
paid
would
you
keep
10
making
million.
content. Yeah, yeah.
I would too for sure. I would actually start making more content.
I've been in a little funk of not posting YouTube videos. But I want to get back in because I love editing long form videos and just incorporating memes. If I don't know, I love memes. Love, love, love memes. I love memes. And if y'all don't know what I mean by memes, watch RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked with Bibi Zahara Benet and Trixie Mattel that All-Star season. To all the straights, including you, Dr. Knock, you're about like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I already admitted my media illiteracy.
I
so-
know. Oh no, 10 minutes. Okay, well, okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Knock, for being on this episode of Scientifically Speaking.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. Before we end, do you have actually no, before I even ask you to give advice, I will give my personal advice to all of my listeners.
Okay, let's hear yours.
My advice to all my listeners is turn on your 2-step factor authentication for all social media accounts so you don't get hacked.
It's a good one. And your email.
I literally had a That's So Raven moment of, did I do that? I did do that. I did it for Gmail, my Yahoo. Yes, do it for everything. Actually, no, that makes a lot of sense because I legit got a text. Before my Twitter account got hacked, I got a text. Here is your TikTok 6-digit code. I was like, that's strange. Okay, whatever. And then I guess it didn't hit me later on. Oh, someone's trying to hack my TikTok account, but they didn't. They hacked my Twitter instead. Okay, so Mr. Morgan, Dr. Knock, Mr. Dr. Morgan of the Knock, what is your advice for our listeners?
Well, my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes, is attributed to Voltaire. And it's translated, "The best is the enemy of the good." And so we were talking a little bit, or this is sort of an anti-perfectionism quote, is the gist of it here. But for anyone who's interested in getting into doing communication, like scientific communication online or becoming a content creator, my strong advice is aim for like 80% quality or 85% quality and just start getting started. Don't hold back until you hit what you think is 100% quality in your mind on whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you're making, because whatever you start doing is going to be bad at first. Almost guaranteed. Like I know mine was.
Speak
for
for
sure.
yourself. Speak for yourself. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, for people with a background in some video editing skills, maybe, or some journalism background or something, maybe they can start out at a higher quality.
I'm kidding, y'all. That was a joke. Because at the end of the day, it's not even that funny.
But for people who don't have much background, which was certainly me, just guess like you're going to learn along the way, and you're not going to learn if you don't get started. So my advice would be just get started. That
is some good goddamn advice. Thank you so much. I think definitely that goes into like literally every aspect of your life. Everyone has to start somewhere, you know, and I think we always try to compare ourselves. Like I want to be the next Mr. Beast. And then you make your first video. It's like, oh, well, my video isn't as good as Mr. Beast's video. Well, like Mr. Beast has been in the game for like 10 plus years. So don't try to
swarm of professional editors.
Yes. So don't compare. Everyone is on their own journey. Everyone is on their own trajectory. So someone might be further along down their career and you might be starting out. So don't compare your different races. Races as in like marathon races, not ethnicity.
Your race times.
Yeah, yes. Oh gosh. Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. And we will, you know, I always say just in general, like I'll see you next time. But I will not see y'all next time. I will listen to y'all next time. I don't know. Everyone have a great day. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you so much, Dr. Knock, for stopping by. Alrighty. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for the invite. Bye.